So you want to know how to make your locks look fresh without doing a retie? Well, let me show you. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Leia, and I make content all about sister locks, microlocs, lock tips, and natural hair. So if that sounds like your thing, make sure you stick around. If your roots are looking a little grown out and you just want to give your locks a little refresh, this is for you. I'm going to show you a few quick things I do that really make a difference. Before we get started, I'm going to talk to you about the different types of styles that really work well for this. When your roots are grown out and you're trying to stretch your retie a little longer, anything that smooths down the front of your hair is going to be your best friend. Sleek styles do a really good job of creating that fresh retie look because they help make the new growth less noticeable. Think slick back ponytails, low buns, half up, half down styles, or really anything where you're laying down those front pieces of your hair. And if sleek styles really aren't your thing, another idea is wearing a head wrap. There are so many different ways to style them, and I love that you can give yourself a completely different look without having to do too much to your hair itself. Whether you like bright colors, neutral tones, bold prints, or something more simple, it's definitely something to keep in mind if you're trying to stretch your retie but still want to switch up your hairstyle. Now, with that being said, let me show you exactly what I do. So first, let me show y'all what we're working with. This is my hair after going a while without getting my locks done. As you can see, I have quite a bit of new growth, especially around my roots. And my parts aren't as crisp or defined, so it's definitely time for a refresh. Now, don't get me wrong, there is absolutely nothing wrong with new growth, and honestly, I love seeing my hair grow. But there are definitely times when I want my hair to look a little more refreshed before my next appointment. This is the little routine I always come back to whenever I'm trying to stretch my retie. It doesn't take long, it doesn't require a bunch of products, and it helps me feel like I got a little more life out of my last retie. So now that you've seen where we're starting, let's get into the products and the steps I use to refresh my hair. The first thing you'll need is mousse. I use argan oil mousse, but honestly, you don't have to use this exact one. The biggest thing is finding a mousse that works well for your hair and doesn't leave a bunch of buildup. The last thing you want is flaky white residue sitting on top of your locks. The mousse helps smooth everything down and makes your hair look refreshed and sleek without making your locks stiff. Next is edge control. This is the one I use. I know edge controls can be hit or miss depending on your hair type, but this one works really well for me. It keeps everything nice and smooth throughout the day. Now, if I'm outside in 90-degree weather, working out, or sweating a lot, eventually it's gonna give out. But for everyday wear, work, dinner, church, pictures, or just going out, it holds really well for me. You'll also need an edge brush, and don't judge me, y'all. I had to cover part of mine because it has seen some things. Lastly, you'll need some rubber bands and a scarf. The first thing I do is section off the very front portion of my hair. Basically, I'm creating a headband using my own locks. I don't make the section too thick or too thin. I use just enough to cover the front of my hairline. Once I have that section, I bring both sides towards the back of my head and tuck them underneath the rest of my locks and secure them with a small rubber band. And don't worry, you won't see the rubber band because your other locks will completely cover it. I feel like this is the step that really makes the biggest difference. It helps hold that front section in place, smooths down some of the hair around your hairline, and helps everything fall into place before you even add any products. It's a really simple trick, but it instantly makes everything look a little more put together. Now it's time for the mousse. And y'all, when I say I apply mousse, I apply mousse. I like to be pretty generous because I really want all those little flyaways and loose hairs to be smoothed down. I work it all over the top of my head, the front, the sides, the crown, anywhere I want the hairs to lay down. Then I just massage it in with my hands until everything is coated. After that, I grab my edge brush, and this is where everything starts coming together. I don't use a ton of edge gel, just enough to smooth everything down without making my hair feel heavy or leaving buildup. Then I lightly brush everything into place, especially around my hairline where I usually notice the most growth with my locks. I personally like leaving a little baby hair out because I think it adds a cute touch to the styles I do. But if that's not your thing, you can always smooth everything straight back for a more sleek look. Either way, it's all about what fits your style. Now, the next step, once everything is laid exactly how I want it, I tie my hair down with a scarf, and if there's one step you don't want to skip, it's this one. The scarf is what helps the mousse dry and keeps everything in place while it sets. I usually leave mine on for about 7 to 10 minutes, but if I have extra time, I'll leave it on even longer. While it's setting, I'll do my makeup, get dressed, or eat breakfast. The more time you give everything to dry, the better the style holds once you take the scarf off. After everything has had a chance to set, I take my scarf off, make any final adjustments, and that's it. Now, this definitely isn't a replacement for a fresh Sisterlock retightening because nothing beats the real thing. But when I'm trying to stretch the time between appointments, this little routine always makes my hair look and feel so much more together. It helps smooth down my new growth, makes my roots look a little better, and gives my style a refreshed look without a lot of effort. If you try this style, let me know how it works for you. And if you have any other tips for stretching your retie, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Before we wrap up, I do want to say this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with grown out roots. This video isn't because I think your hair always has to look freshly retied. Mine definitely doesn't. Sometimes I'm busy, sometimes I'm procrastinating, and sometimes I just don't feel like doing anything to it. This video is for those days when you want to switch it up a little. Whether you're taking pictures, going out, heading to an event, or you just want your hair to look a little different that day. These are some easy things you can do without a retie. At the end of the day, wear your locks however makes you feel good. That's all that matters. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because it really helps support my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already because I've got plenty more Sisterlock and lock content coming. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you who's here, whether it's your first video or you've been here for a while. Your support honestly means so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.